r/legal advice. Upbeat Mammoth 4143 says, jury duty help. So I live in Arkansas and I have jury duty, even though I'm breastfeeding a medical needs baby hostler gaining, and has bottle/sippy cup refusal, and I'm a SAM to special needs kids, and have no childcare, and no babysitters, and I know no one in my area, and don't even have any money. Please don't give me hate, because I'm trying my best y'all, and I'm in a really bad place right now. I pleaded, I begged, I cried. They said they aren't allowed to ever do more than a 4-month deferral for any situation which I have already used up. They won't look at my doctor's notes. They said if I bring my kids to court with me, I will be arrested. They said if I call in and tell them I can't make it, I will be arrested. I tried taking advice of just leaving the kids with my husband and giving him no choice since he refuses to watch the kids. It went horrible. It is the one and only time I have ever left them alone with him. I left for an hour to try to go see a doctor. We just got back from a bunch of errands, therapy for my autistic child. Then waiting in a super long line to get my oldest because school released early due to weather. I dropped the kids off and said the youngest 2 need changed and everyone needs fed. I came home to all 3 crying. My oldest said dad was mean to her the whole time and yelled a lot. The youngest 2 were alone on the floor still in dirty diapers, one of which had leaked all over the floor, and no one had been fed. My husband was laying in the recliner eating a small frozen pizza that he had only made himself and had left the pan in trash and crumbs everywhere. He said our oldest was freaking out the whole time and he didn't have time to take care of anyone, but obviously that isn't true. He doesn't do anything with the kids and my oldest doesn't want to be alone with him, and she never is. I cannot leave this man with my children. I won't do it. I'm in the process of trying to figure out what to do. He says he's just depressed and it all stems from that, and he has just started going to therapy and is going to try to get his medication adjusted. I love him, and I don't think he's pure evil. I might be leaving, but I'm trying to give him a chance to get help and turn things around, and I have no money to be able to leave with. But either way I can't leave my kids with him. Short term I have jury duty to report to in 2 days and don't know what I'm supposed to do. We literally have been meeting with bankruptcy lawyers and are in the process of either doing a debt management plan or filing bankruptcy. My husband racked up a bunch of credit card debt while depressed. I literally can't afford a babysitter, and I also don't know anybody in this area. I tried to find a babysitter and I couldn't even find one. We live in a rural area with nothing. I moved here for my husband's job. All 3 of my kids have an office therapy I have to be at. 6-hour-long sessions a week between them all. We travel for medical appointments 6+ hours round trip for all 3 kids, usually multiple times a month. My youngest turns 1 the day they have me starting my first jury trial date. They gave me 17 dates I have to show up to. I'm prone to severe mastitis and have gotten abscesses anytime I've had to pump, and I've met with lactation consultants and everything, and I just do not respond well to the pump. They won't even guarantee me accommodations to pump since my baby turns 1 on the day I'm first expected to report. My baby has bottle refusal and is not a great solid food eater. She won't take sippy cups either. She's a slow gainer and the pediatrician literally said you can't make her take a bottle or sippy and you just need to not leave her until she's over the age of 1 and is doing better with solids and cups because she's had some other medical issues as well. The clerks told me the judge would not even look at my doctor's note. I've told all this to the judge and begged and pleaded and bawled my eyes out in their office for them to threaten to arrest me if I show up with kids or don't just figure it out. What am I supposed to do? I'm terrified. I'm screwed at all angles. How am I supposed to figure this out for 17 separate court dates that could potentially last days? Temp 12345 says, you need to flee with your kids to a women's shelter. Your piece of shit husband is borderline abusive. Things will only improve if you get out. Pookie 2018 says, call the offices of your state representative and senators and ask for help, and try DMing them on Twitter or tweeting at them. They may be able to intervene. 530 Old School Geek says, 1. Contact every state representative/government official you can with all the information you outlined above. Contact news outlets, social media, etc. Do everything you can to make your voice heard, especially since the judge just dismissed you saying, just figure it out. Judges are elected officials, this will not go well for them. 2. Find a way out of your situation ASAP with your husband. He is lazy, inept, dangerous and basically a man-child who wants to do only what he wants to do. Knackeredster says, I'm sorry. Anecdotally, the first time I showed up for jury duty with a breast pump and asked what private room with an outlet and no toilet I could use every 3 hours, they dismissed me. Sadly, I don't think you will have the same luck. Naughty or Momidia says, stop being an interactive womb for your useless husband. He is a do-nothing who brings sweet, frick, all to the table. Making excuses for him is only prolonging and making the situation worse. You should have left him a long time ago. He doesn't give a shit if you land in jail. He doesn't give a shit about his kids or what will happen to his kids while you're on jury duty. He doesn't give a shit about the outcome. He doesn't give a shit about the worst case scenarios. He doesn't give a shit if the kids wind up in care because of his actions. As long as this worthless low quality dick can sit on his ass and cry depression the moment he needs to do something for his family, he's happy. He's the definition of frick. You got mine. Go to the woman's shelter, they might be able to arrange things for the kids while you do jury duty. r/legal advice. No Brilliant 8875 says, wage garnishment plus child support taking 100% of income. Hello. I live and work in Michigan and I have children in Texas. I have about 50% of my wages automatically taken for child support, which I'm used to, and have made accommodations to live with and get by. However, I recently got a letter through my employer from the state of Virginia telling my employer that my wages would be garnished due to back taxes. I've always paid my taxes on time, and I'm not even sure who I was working for during the year that they referenced, but I must have let something slip through the cracks. I called the state asking for a payment plan or more information, like what employer it was through. They could only reduce the payment to 50% of my paycheck and could not give me any further information. So my last 2 paychecks I have had 100% of my wages taken. Half to Texas for child support, half to Virginia for back taxes. I'm not bringing home $0. I cannot afford bills, food, or gas to get to work. Does anyone have any experience with this, or a sources I can use for help? Reddit2 says, not a lawyer. Check with your payroll department. There is a chance they set up the garnishments incorrectly. My understanding, at least in my state, is that there is a limit beyond which you cannot reduce an employee's check regardless of the number or type of garnishments. Talk to payroll and have them check. If that is the issue, it would be the quickest way to resolve the problem. If that is the issue, ask them to give you what you should have received. Manchester Gasnamore says, now, but as a union president I've had this cross my desk. In my state court, 15% of your adjusted income may be garnished, with another 10% if there is a second garnishment. I would definitely check, as I'm pretty sure those are federal guidelines. r/legal advice. VHHFHJV says, me, you sir. Is it legal to take someone's keys and or lock them out during an argument? I had to move in a month ago with my boyfriend due to my roommate asking me to move because of noise complaints from me being screamed at by my boyfriend. I'm not on the lease. In the last few days, when he has gotten very angry, he's told me to give him my keys, or tried to lock me out just for a few hours. I told him he can't do this, and he said he can, because I'm a guest. Aside from my bed and my bookshelf, which I haven't been able to move, because I can't drive, all my things are here. I have updated my address to his address, I work from here, my medication that I literally will die if I can't take, and clothes and all my belongings are here, and we verbally agreed I could stay with him, until I find someplace else. Is he able to do this? Throw040913 says. You're not a guest. You're a tenant. Sure, he can ask for your keys. You can say haha, no. But you need to move to someplace safe. This isn't healthy, and probably isn't safe either. You went from someone with so much anger that you felt you had to move, and you moved into a place with someone else with so much anger they want to make you homeless and lock you away from your life-saving medicine. Where can you go that's safe? That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.